know if you've noticed this, but there is a documentary available at Netflix right now. It's about Harry and a Meghan. I don't know if you've heard of this. A Prince Harry and a Meghan Markle. Yeah, I know. Let's have a chat about this right now with Chris Shipp, who's the ITV Royal News Editor. Chris, what a subject, what a time, and we've still got a book to come at the start of January. Now, can I just get your, as a bloke who can get into every detail of this, when you're sitting there across the 3 hours, are you rolling your eyes or are you sort of saying, nah, they're clever here because they're doing this, that and the other? What was the emotional response from the bloke who knows what he's talking about?
You know, to be honest with you, a bit of both. And I'll admit to watching it on, I didn't know you could do this on Netflix. You can watch it on 1.5 times speed, which means you can get through the 3 hours in more quickly than 3 hours. And if you've got subtitles there. But then I was kind of under pressure on Thursday morning, writing notes, people asking me what was the best bits, etc. I still think, though, that the worst is yet to come from the Netflix documentary for the royal family. Paul, I'm sure you're much looking forward to the next 3 episodes, numbers 4, 5 and 6, which come out this Thursday, 8 a.m. UK time, midnight on the Pacific coast. I think there's more to come, worse to come, and the royal family got away rather lightly, shall we say, from those first 3 episodes.
Well, we all know when it comes to Star Wars, episodes 1, 2 and 3, yeah, okay. The real game, 4, 5 and 6. The Empire Strikes Back, but then there's the return of the Meghan. I don't know what's going to happen. The revenge of the Meghan, we'll see. So, again, I think that this show is about talking to America because that's why sort of part of the show is about educating about the royal family and slavery. It's about educating about the way the media works. It's about It feels to me like if your main source of information outside of the internet is what's on Netflix, Netflix and chill, have a look around. If you're a person who only watches documentaries and doesn't read a book, this is all designed for those people, and it's a very American audience, isn't it?
I mean, you could say the same thing about The Crown. I mean, where are you getting your information from? And if you're only getting it from The Crown, then, for example, well, you're missing big chunks of history, and they've rewritten some of the Queen's famous speeches, like that famous Annus Horribilis one in 1991, which they just completely made it up in The Crown. Netflix, I mean, as far as Harry and Meghan are concerned, let's remember this was their version of events. This wasn't a balanced documentary looking at both sides of the argument. This was Harry and Meghan talking, and a lot of their friends talking, and a lot of their business associates talking, all from Harry and Meghan's point of view. That said, I did think the programme did make quite an interesting observation, I think, and a very valid observation about Britain and its past and how every country is the product of its past. And when it comes to colonialism and, yes, empire, and crucially, slavery as well, yes, I think, there are a lot of things about Britain, the riches that we got in this country off the back of slaves, 300 years ago. So that was quite an interesting argument they made. Harry and Meghan didn't make it. It was other contributors to the programme that made it. From that point of view, I thought it was very interesting. But was it balanced? Was it a sort of, let's look at both sides of the argument? Absolutely not. This was Harry and Meghan's story.